feeling consumed with fear and worry about COVID-19? Are you feeling overwhelmed with all of the news coming at you, all of the stories, all of the social media, internet stuff, just bombarding you with information? Have you been feeling overwhelmed or having difficulty sleeping because the brain is just so busy, busy, busy? Are you experiencing fears about your health, family members, or just the uncertainty of everything? Well, guess what? You, my friend, are normal. Yeah, you heard me. This is so common and typical today. Everybody is experiencing some degree of stress and worry and fear. If you told me that you had zero worries, no concerns, no stress, zero fear, I would say that is not very common today. That is not normal. I'm Tammy Skomorowski, and I'm the owner of True Self Wellness for Mind, Body, and Spirit, where I offer counseling, spiritual life coaching, and meditation classes. And I'm here today to talk to you about fear, and we will cover one strategy not to get rid of your fear, but to work with your fear. Fear can be highly debilitating. It can take a toll on us physically by increasing inflammation, decreasing our immune system, and then guess what that does, folks? It makes us susceptible to illness. It can also affect us mentally and in our relationships. So this is your brain. This is your midbrain, deep inside of here. And that midbrain primarily is associated with your emotional brain. And this part of the brain right here is your logical or your thinking brain. This is the part of the brain that we use to make decisions, to problem solve. This is where we decide right here on how to plan for the future, and that's where personality is stored. All of those things are really super important right now to thinking clearly and making decisions. However, when our fear gets really high, the more that we are in fear mode in the emotional brain, the less that we are in logical brain. And when that fear is highly triggered and we go into fight, flight, freeze, and it's like, give me that last roll of toilet paper. When we are in that mode, then logical brain really is not operating. And right here, these two knuckles right here, the prefrontal cortex, that's where we have some neurons called mirror neurons. And mirror neurons are those neurons in the brain that help us to connect. That is our empathy center. So when we are completely attuned, when we are in close, loving, safe relationships, our mirror neurons light up and they mirror each other. How mine light up will be mirrored in you if we are closely attuned. But when we are in stress mode, then we are no longer connecting with each other. We lose our capacity for empathy because we're too much in here, emotional brain, and not enough in logical or relationship brain. And not only do we lose our capacity for empathy and being able to see somebody else's perspective, being able to connect, we also start to feel alone. And when we feel scared and we feel alone and logical brain is not operating, that is a recipe for disaster, folks. So here's the thing. You are not in this alone. We are all in the same situation together. We're all in the same boat. So you don't need to be alone. So when you can acknowledge that fear is there, then we can start to work with our fear. Because fear does serve a purpose. Fear is there to tell us that there's a concern. Fear is there to tell us that we need to prepare. Fear is there to give us a warning that we need to take notice. But we don't need our fear to become so overwhelming that it becomes debilitating. Rather, when we can, and take notice here because this is our strategy for today, when we can acknowledge how we're feeling, when we can accept how we are feeling, and when we can allow for those feelings to be there, then we really take the wind out of the sails of fear. So it kind of goes like this. If I am feeling scared about this COVID virus, if you are feeling scared about the world situation, we need to acknowledge it. You need to name it to tame it. You need to say, yes, I am scared. Of course, I'm worried. Everybody's feeling worried. It would be weird to not to have any concern at all. So when we acknowledge the emotion and we say, yes, I am scared. Yes, I am worried. Of course, there's stress happening. That is totally normal. Then the next step after acknowledging is to allow, to say, of course it's there. We're all experiencing the same thing. When I allow it, sometimes it gets a little bit more intense before it starts to dissipate because we're actually looking at it. But when you can acknowledge, accept, and allow those feelings to be there, they will start to dissipate. And it's in the allowing rather than grasping and wishing it could be another way. If I say, I really hate this, and why is it like this, and it shouldn't be like this, and when we start blaming and saying, oh, it's so and so's fault, or this country, or that culture, or this practice, or, what happens is we are not accepting and allowing what is to be there. It's there. And complaining and worrying and pointing fingers doesn't make it better. Actually, having a high expectation and judgment makes it feel worse because now all we're focused on are all the things that we don't like. So when we can acknowledge, accept, and allow the fear to be there, it actually does start to dissipate. So I'd like for you to join me in a meditation practice. So for this practice, I'm going to have you sitting nice and comfortably. And then always with a straight back, closing your eyes, tuning into the breath. Just noticing what the breath is doing, not judging it, just observing. And we're going to slow the breath down, breathing in with a pause, exhaling, breathing in with a pause, exhaling, one more time, in with a pause, as you breathe in, with that pause, with the exhale, I want you to release all thoughts. Breathing in with a pause. Exhaling any tightness out of the chest, out of the body, letting it all flow away. And with that next exhale, releasing any emotions, even if it's just for a moment, letting them go. And now as you breathe in, I want you to breathe in through your heart center, breathing in calm, breathing in peace and love, always exhaling anything that doesn't serve you. Breathing in calm and peace, love and compassion. With that next breath, allowing calm and peace to take over the mind, visualizing the mind filling with love, passion, breathing in love and peace, calm and compassion into the heart. Breathing in calm, peace, love and compassion into every cell of the body. Allowing that sensation to permeate throughout your body, feeling the body loosen, feeling calm, allowing the mind and the heart and the body to experience peace, love, breathing in compassion through every cell. Noticing how good it feels to be in this space, and knowing you can use this practice anytime you need to release whatever it is that doesn't serve you and to fill yourself with calm, peace, love, and compassion. Carrying this feeling with you, you can wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, rolling your shoulders, opening your eyes, coming back into the room. So I'd love for you to post below. Let me know how you feel now that you've attempted this practice, and any other thoughts that you might have, please share them below. And thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you.